we have a question from Case, and I'm not sure if I understand everything about this question, but we'll do our best to answer it. About a week ago, I started doing heavy hands and 100 swings with the 48 kilo kettlebell every morning. So he's into it for a week, and 100 swings with the 48 is, 10 sets of 10 on that is a good load. Most days I do heavy hands for 30 minutes, and on days when I can afford to do it, for an hour. When coupled with swings, which just take a little over 10 minutes, yeah, that would make sense. I feel like I start my days off gassed and ready to go. Gassed up and ready to go. And 4 days a week, I do another workout in the evening, which is 99% body weight training, switching between upper and lower body. I'm 28 years old, and this was the line that kind of got me. 305 pounds, so for my European listeners, 140 kilos, as of the time I'm writing this. And for most of my trained life, I've been doing power building style workouts with a sloppy diet. Back to the heavy hands. I've been using 5-pound dumbbells, and they are getting pretty easy. What is the heaviest dumbbell you would recommend for heavy hands? So I'm going to show you a video of me using 25s right now. And one of the things you'll notice that when I'm doing the 25s, my level isn't very high. As I walk, I do try to increase my level. When you read Leonard Schwartz's heavy hand material, one of the first things you pick up is that it's not the weight in the hands that's important, it's the range. And this is, of course, 3 is when you go, I don't know what you call it, I guess, to the wait or walk position. Sometimes Mike Brown and I, well, we don't do it anymore because it's hard, but we would do level 3 for like a couple of blocks. And I got to tell you, going from just barely moving your hands like, you see on TV when people are pretending to do heavy hands, to going to level 2 and then going to level 3. There is a massive, massive leap, for me anyway, in my breathing and my heart rate. I can do 25s, I just can't do them very far. My personal record with the 10s is doing them at a high hands is just half a mile, 800 meters. So it is hard. Even 10s are hard to go far with. With the 25s, when I was first doing heavy hands, I had 2 15s, and I could go at night during the quiet time of night. If you ever have kids, so we had 2 young kids, a cat and a dog. Sometimes things would kind of quiet down around 8 o'clock, and I would try to go out and get my workout in 8 o'clock at night after a long day. It's tough. And I would try to take the 15s and go as far as I can. Very often they just turned into farmer walks. They weren't true heavy hands. So Case, the thing is this. If you're doing them farmer walk style, you're really not doing heavy hands. If all you're doing is, this kind of thing, you're not really doing heavy hands. If on each stride you find yourself pumping, then you're doing heavy hands. As you can see in the video, with 25s, it's an effort. I work hard with those 25s. We do have this weird workout. We do it usually during kind of, if we're not sure what's going to happen, the weather. Here in Utah, if you go for a walk and it's okay, you could come back in a storm and just get soaked. I'll take the 25s and with the lighter weights, I can just put them in my, that little, on a hoodie, that little pocket you have here. I can put the light weights in there and stay. Take the 25 until I just can't go. I put them down. I take the 3s out and I coast for a while. And as I come around on this loop, I have a 400-meter loop around my house. When I come up to the 25s, I put those light 3s or 2s back in my pocket, pick up those 25s and grind out. And ideally over the loops, about 8 to 12 loops, I try to get those 25s back to my house. I never really asked my neighbors if it's okay that I leave 25-pound weights in front of their house. But I kind of think in this neighborhood, everybody knows who those are. it's a good question, and I hope you sent me the details correctly. You did mention sloppy diet. Let's take care of this at your age. 28, you can't afford a sloppy diet too much longer, okay? Thank you.